The specific use of rhythmic emphasis in the metric flow of the lyrics with some amount of repetition or use of refrain with addition or combination of drums and or other sound effects and or music or musical instruments. This form usually expounds Jamaican content in social issues, problems and or a lament, especially on emotional matters.
What is done? 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 What is done?
And dramatic stylization of gesture, of gesture, of gesture, of gesture. In the poetry, we use call, and response. Call, and response, and response. The audience and echo.
We also create other elements that have more music to it in terms of musical genres. So it's kind of how you create a rock and roll rhythm with still heartbeat playing inside but not necessarily vocalized.
It's free flowing sometimes. There doesn't necessarily have to be a rhyming scheme, right? So rhyming is not necessarily important once you're getting the message across. And what message are we trying to get across? This message may be focusing on social commentary, broadly speaking, politics, crime and violence, love and family relations, sex, child abuse, domestic issues, particularly in contemporary dub poetry, performance poetry.
Dub poetry definitely has changed in terms of evolving to the original sense of dub poetry. And the word dub poetry, think about also the reggae at the time in terms of dub-wise, where the dub clang, 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 clang in the music. What the poets did was use also their vocals to echo. So the echo comes from echo, usually going through the microphone in terms of reggae music, trying to synchronize.
Had that understanding. It had the understanding that you were presenting words and rhythms and rhymes, but you had to do some stuff with it to make it work, to lift it off the page, to make it reside with people. The interesting thing about dub is that the dub poets who started this whole thing didn't just rely on the fact that they had music. They were trying to do things with their voice and the words to match the music. So the whole idea of the echo, which as Chris said, when you had a DJ chanting on a mic and they put a reverb on it, the echo was an attempt to recreate that without a mic. Also some things were recreated for something what they call onomatopoeia. Some words sound the way that the thing that you want to create, the vibe. So when Mikey Smith did his poems, and when Muta did Every Time I Hear the Sound, every time I hear the sound, the sound, the sound, the sound, the sound. After that poem, if you don't remember anything else, you remember the way he said the word sound. What is the poem called? The sound. So So what's left with you is what he did with the word song.